What's up, gang? We are bringing it to the home gym today, mostly because I'm bench pressing, and while I like going to a gym, Crunch doesn't have the best benches. They're pretty narrow and slippery. So I've got an actual competition spec bench here. So we're going to do a little bit of bench pressing today. It's going to be with a 3-count pause, so long pause bench pressing. That's always fun. I always try to tell myself, be the calm in the storm, because when you're holding, 300 plus pounds in your chest for 3 seconds, it can feel a little intimidating. So anyways, gonna do a lot of pressing today, gonna do some arms, and 12 weeks out from Worlds right now, just under 12 weeks out. So time to get serious. Let's get after it. This shirt's from A7. They make what's called grip shirts. So that is actually like a really grippy rubber. Can't use it in competition, but if you're in a gym where they have slick benches, or you can't bring chalk into your gym, like I'll chalk my back for squats to hold the bar in that low bar position. These shirts are great. They're absolutely fabulous. They come in cool designs. I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. They just make a really good product, and they support the powerlifting community. So if that's something that interests you, I definitely recommend checking out A7. Wow. All right, moving today. Moving today. I should take another warm-up set, but that was very fast. We'll do one more. All right, I'm gonna trust the data. This could be a PR for me in terms of RPE. So I'm only supposed to work up to an RPE of 6 or 7, which is not really a challenging weight. It means I could do 3 or 4 more reps with it. But, that's if it's truly an RPE of 7, right? I could slap on a weight that I could do and grind it out, but it wouldn't be an RPE of 7. So there's different ways to think about PRs. Like, is it gonna be the most weight I've ever done? No, but it might be the most weight I've ever done at this RPE in terms of ease of how it moved. So I'm gonna put 325 on, which will be like probably a 10, 15 pound PR in terms of at RPE 7. So basically means I'm gonna put this on and I gotta smoke it. So we'll still put that good music on and get after it. Oh yeah. That is a RPE 6.5. So that's a PR. Awesome. Basically, for this exercise, I've never moved that weight that fast. So you see me do like a lot of, gyrating on bench press to try and get in position. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my shoulder blades tight into the bench, get as much of my back on the bench as I can, provides more stability. And then I'm trying to arch my lower back. I have to keep my butt, so I have to keep my shoulder blades, butt, and head in contact with the bench at all times. And my feet have to be flat on the floor. So within the constraints of that, I'm trying to get as big of an arch as I can. I don't get a real great arch. But that helps cut down that range of motion, and it puts you in a more powerful pressing position, because most people, for example, can do more in a decline position than they can in a flat position. So I'm basically trying to turn the bench press into a little bit of a decline. So now we're going to do 2 back off sets. Do 2 sets of 6 reps with my estimated 1 rep max based off what I've just done. So basically I look at my rep 1 sensor, and based on my speed it will calculate what my estimated 1 rep max is. So once I have that, I take 70% of that, and then that gives me my working set, or my working weights for the next 2 sets. So now we're doing 2 sets of 6 with 260. So this won't be challenging weight-wise, but it's challenging to be patient for 6 reps while you're doing a 3-count hold at the bottom. Yeah, so on days like this, I'm very grateful for the bar grip shirt, because otherwise I'd be just sliding right out this bench. Woo. When there's a bug right in front of your face and you don't want to inhale it. Like, don't breathe in the net. Don't breathe in the net. All right, that's it for long pause bench. Now we'll do some dumbbell presses. We are doing narrow, paused dumbbell presses. Just reorganize myself off camera. So yeah, this is meant to give the triceps a little more engagement. I rely on my triceps pretty heavily when I press. So we have these worked in to get some more pressing volume in and target this area and make me more sweaty. That was a little heavy. That's supposed to be an RPE 8. It's probably more like an 8.5. So I'll go down to the 110s. Not quite ready for those yet. Man, whew, man, that was brutal. That was mid 80s with a lot of humidity and no AC in there. Got it done. Actually hit a PR on long pause bench press, which I'm super stoked about. The other stuff went pretty well as well. Feeling pretty good. Just hoping that momentum can continue, because I know if I want to take home that gold medal, it's going to take a really good bench press. It's going to take really good everything, to be honest. So I'm really going to need to get closer to the top end of my best numbers I've ever hit. And you know what? I'm willing to pay the price, because this is what I've dreamed about for a long time. So I'm just grateful to have this opportunity, grateful to be mostly healthy, and grateful to get to lift hard every single day, win or lose. I'm just happy that I'm gonna get the opportunity to show up and execute. 2 days before Nationals, I was talking to my daughter. I think a lot of you guys saw the video of her like being really fired up, really excited at Nationals. And 2 days beforehand, we were talking, and I talked to her about how 7 years ago I got a silver medal at Worlds. It was very close, on the brink of winning a world championship, I felt like, and then I started to deal with a lot of injuries, and I've been dealing with them for 7 years, and this is the first time I felt even close to 100%. So she's seen me struggle through a large part of that, because she was born, you know, shortly after my Worlds appearance, about a year later. And so all she's ever seen is her dad struggle through a lot of injuries, a lot of pain, but never stop. So one day I was telling her about how I set a squat world record and how I was second place in the world, but my goal was to be a world champion one day. And she said, "Are you ever going to try and be a world champion again?" And I said, "Yes, I am going to try." So 2 days before the meet, we were talking, and she said, "If you win, are you world champion?" And I said, "No, I would be national champion, but then that would allow me to go to Worlds, and then I have to win Worlds, and then I would be a world champion." And she stopped and she says, "I'm scared for you. What if you don't win?" And I said, "Well, that might happen. That could happen." But I said, "What's important, honey, it's not, yes, it's important if I win or lose, but what's the most important thing is I never gave up, and I gave it everything I had. And when I look back, I can say, win, lose, or draw, no matter what happens, I never gave up on what was important to me, what I believed in my dream." And so hopefully, I'm not going to say I'm doing this for my kids, because I'm not doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for me. But hopefully that's a lesson that she'll remember for a long time, is seeing Dad struggle with that, seeing Dad get through it. And I would love nothing more than to come home and put a gold medal around her neck and let her keep that. That would be really awesome. So needless to say, I don't need any more motivation, but I'm feeling really grateful and really excited, and I'm glad that I can take you guys along this journey with me. So stay tuned. Exciting stuff coming.